This is how you create hundreds, if not thousands, of Instagram image posts using this simple Make.com automation that I'm going to show to you how to build exactly step by step from scratch. You've probably seen hundreds of these Instagram posts already. People like Alex Hormozi, Layla Hormozi post them a lot. They take their tweets and then kind of repurpose them into these Instagram image posts, which work very, very well on Instagram. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build this automation so that you can also repurpose your X content or Twitter content and make hundreds, or if not thousands, of Instagram posts. So let's go ahead and build it from scratch. So the first thing that we're going to do is I have this Airtable database, essentially a table with the text, the status, which essentially includes generate or completed statuses, and also the attachment for the image that's going to be generated. So you can kind of just copy the database, and then on Make.com we need to add a webhook, and the webhook is going to be just a custom webhook, and we're going to use it to trigger the automation. So just click add, click save, and then copy this address. Cool. Now on Airtable, go to automations and then go to this automation, and then you just can copy this one as well. Nothing too complicated, just choose as the trigger, choose when a record matches conditions, and then choose the table, and then choose the condition is going to be when status is generate. And in that case, you're gonna add a run a script action. Click just edit code and then just insert this code right here. So it's going to be, we're going to create a variable called webhook. We're going to insert this webhook that we copied, and we just configure the inputs. We insert, kind of create a link that we're going to make a request to, and then just fetch this URL. And then for this part, you're going to have this record ID kind of underlined. Click on this left side, click add input variable, put in record ID, and then for the value is going to be Airtable record ID. And then just click finish editing and close it up and just enable this automation so that it's active. So this is going to essentially trigger our automation when we start when we click this generate button. So if I go back to Make.com, I click run once right here, and then on Airtable I can just choose the status, set it to generate, and as you see it will kind of activate just any second. Okay, I needed to reload the page in Make.com because I had some cache and was kind of making it not making it work. And then here also I changed the webhook URL, and then I had to click update because I already had the script and I didn't update it. I just essentially did not save it. So let's test this automation again. Click run once. Here I can just set it to like an empty field and then choose generate, and then it should trigger this automation now. Cool. So we got the record ID, and then this is what we kind of passed as the input. And then here what we can do is just search for this item on Airtable, and then cool. Now what we need to do is essentially get this text and then create a template, like a template image based off of it. So how we're gonna do it is I'm gonna go to Canva, and then I'm gonna search for Instagram Twitter post, and then you're gonna have a bunch of these kind of templates which you can use and just find whichever you like. I'm just gonna use this one with the green background. I'm gonna customize this template, then I'm gonna change the background, make it look nice, and then actually insert this into Google Slides because that's what we're gonna use to create kind of images. So for the background, let's set it to black. For the image, you can upload it. You can upload your image here and then just drag and drop it here. Let's see. For the name, I'm just gonna replace it with my name, and then make it look nice. And then move this guy right here as well. And then for the at or the mention, we're gonna put my Twitter handle. We can remove the date. We can remove the quotes, and we can also remove the text. And then just click share, click download, and then click download as PNG, or JPEG is also fine, I think. And then on Google Slides, just make sure you save it. And then on Google Slides, what you need to do is just create a kind of a template Google presentation, and then click plus to add a slide. Click on insert, click on image, upload from computer, and then just upload the image that we just downloaded, which is going to be this template. As you see, I have a bunch of these templates which you can also use and kind of play around with these with the images that you're creating. You can remove, replace the background. You maybe can make a longer template so that like you can fit more text into it. Just you can again play around with it as much as you want. And here also go to insert, go to text box, and then just paste it in where you want, and then put two open curly braces. Then we're gonna put text, and then also two closed curly braces. And then I'm just gonna format it, put it somewhere in the middle. I guess this is fine. And then, I mean, you can play around with it again to make it kind of look better. Maybe put it somewhere in the middle, maybe make it longer so that, more text can fit into it. But essentially after this, you can also, change the font. Let's see, let's make the font smaller so that more text fits. And also I'm gonna just put it to, I don't know, this font. And then one more thing that we need to do is just right click on this slide, and then go to skip slide and click skip slide. This is just going to allow us to download an image of this slide. And then on Make.com, what we can do is instead of just directly inserting the text into the slide, I guess what we can do is just add ChatGPT to reformat the text. Because sometimes, let's say if you have like a large piece of text, like a large post, you're not going to be able to fit everything into one single kind of image. It's going to look messy. So what we can do is just use ChatGPT to essentially reformat the text, make it shorter, and keep the same point but make it shorter, and then actually insert it into the image. I'm just going to paste this ChatGPT block with the prompt that I've already written. I'm just saying that you are a ghostwriter. Your job is to rewrite a given X or Twitter post to fit into an Instagram post. You have to preserve the point of the post, but make it much shorter, under 125 characters. The format should be concise and easy to read. Generate the rewritten post only. Never generate anything else. Never use emojis or hashtags. And then for the text, for the user prompt, I'm just gonna provide the text from Airtable. So let's see. It's going to be 25 because that's the index of this table, of this module, I should say. And then I think it's called text, and just click save. Let me make sure. Let's get this record ID. Let's paste it here. Test this. Yeah, so it's called we don't have the text, so it's not even appearing. So let's add some text. Let's just put some gibberish, and then we can grab this record ID again, and then click run this module only, paste the record ID, click OK, and then we should get this text. And then here in the user prompt, you can just kind of drag and drop it or copy it. So in this text content, you can just, choose this text block and then just click save. So now what we're going to do is kind of reformat the text that we have into a shorter kind of post, and then actually we can insert it into the image. So to do that, let's go to Google Slides, and then we need to create a presentation. We need to create a slide from a template slide. Click here, and then actually before that, we need to set two variables. So let's click add a module. Let's click set multiple variables, and then I'm gonna set I think we need a page or presentation ID, and then we also need an object ID. And then how we're going to do it is just go to Google Slides, copy this full ID of the current slide. Oh, not ID, I guess I should say like the URL of this slide. Paste it in, and then we will need to essentially extract this part. I guess, yeah, this part, and then we also need to extract the ID for the object ID. So to do that, I can just split this function, this kind of URL into, we can split it into with these slash signs. So it's let's count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's first of all split it on this item, and then we're gonna get the 5th item. And then what else? Yeah, I guess that's it. So we're gonna grab this presentation ID with this function, and then to grab this this object ID, we can just copy everything, but except slash. We're gonna split it by hashtag slide is equal to ID dot. So just paste it in right here, and then we're gonna get the 2nd item. So if you click run this module only, you'll see that it grabs this presentation ID, and it also grabs this object ID. And we can use these objects in like when creating a template slide. So choose by mapping, choose the presentation ID from the previous module, and then page object ID is also from the previous module. And for the values, put in this text kind of insert variable that we added in the template, and the replaced value is going to be the result from ChatGPT, which is going to be the post that was rewritten. You can also drop this ChatGPT module completely and just kind of always write short posts or kind of short quotes in the Airtable database and just click generate and then insert them directly into Google Slides. So after this, after we created the slide, we need to download kind of the image of the slide. And to do that, we just need to go search for, let's see, we need get a page / thumbnail. So click here, presentation ID is going to be the one that was just created, or I guess the presentation ID is the same as this one, but the page object ID is going to be a new one with this page object ID, and then show page thumbnail, click yes, and click save. And finally, essentially this module is gonna create a new object, a new kind of slide, and not to have like a bunch of them. You know, if you want to generate like 100 posts, you probably don't want to have like 100 new slides. So we're just gonna delete the slide that was just created. Let's go to Google Slides again, and then I think it's called add/delete a slide. Choose deleted slide, choose for the slide ID is going to be slide object ID is going to be page object ID, and presentation ID is going to be presentation ID, and then click save. And finally, we just need to update Airtable with the record. So, or I should say like with the image. Choose the base, choose the table, and then we just are going to paste the record ID from get a record module that we found before. The status is going to be completed, and then for the attachments, what we're going to do is just in the file URL, I'm going to provide this content URL that was created from this get a page module, and then click save, and then that's pretty much it. I think the automation is pretty much complete. We can now test it. Let's see. Okay, so I went to my X profile. I'm just gonna grab one of the posts that that I've posted, and I'm just gonna use it. Let's see. Let's use this one, and I'm gonna use it to create an image of a post. So let's go to make.com. Click run once, and then choose the status. Let's put it to empty, and then click generate, and then it should trigger this automation, and we should get a new image based on this post. Cool. So we got this attachment, and it says break the cycle, delegate tasks, focus on strategy, and ensure consistent growth beyond your personal capacity. I guess that's pretty cool. Unless you probably need to change the font so that it's kind of black. Maybe the font itself is different. And then by the way, we can also add, like here you can insert another variable somewhere like at the bottom with the date. And then you can just, put open curly braces date, close it up, and then on Airtable, essentially, you can just add another field called date, and then put this date so that the image kind of has a date. Maybe you can also put kind of the like count, the view count, so that it looks more as a kind of a screenshot of an actual Twitter post. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much how you use it. You can again play around with different templates. What you can also do, for example, to have it more automatic, you can create different templates, and then here you can add like like a single select status. Let's see, single select status, like presentation template 1, presentation template 2, and then based on this you can create path and like routers, so that based on the ID, or like based on the single select status that you chose, it will choose a different template, and then this template is going to be used. And maybe you can also add like an Instagram module so that it automatically posts to Instagram, maybe to Facebook, whatever platforms you're using. So this automation makes it really easy to post content, to repurpose your Twitter post into other kind of image posts which do very, very well on Instagram. I hope you found it helpful, and if you have any ideas for automations that I should build and show you how to do, let me know in the comments down below. I'll do my best to respond to them. Also, if you have any questions regarding this automation, also let me know, and yeah, I'm gonna do my best to respond.